that doesn't go well at a church. But it's a clean joke. Like, it's not a dirty joke.
Yeah.
So dark doesn't mean dirty, but it kind of like, it's like you can't do it at a clean show. Yeah. And I have like jokes about like exorcism, and it's like, that's a clean joke.
Yeah. Didn't go
Should I do it at a church? Probably not.
Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Medium Podcast. It's your host, Melissa Nami.
And it's me, Connor.
And for today's guest, we've got comedian Jessica Rosas.
Hey.
Hi, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here today. It's my pleasure. Shamelessly to say, you're like probably one of the most working comedians I've ever been around.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like, you're legit in my eyes, girl.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, I try to make it look that way. I don't know if I really do. I feel like I don't do much, but...
How come?
I don't know, compared to other people. Like, I look at other people's Instagram and I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah. Isn't it the irony of it is like, because people are also looking at your Instagram saying the exact same thing.
Yeah, probably. So that makes me feel better. Yeah. To know people are looking at my stuff thinking that.
You're from San Bernardino. Mm-hmm. Do you know any comedians from San Bernardino? Like, are there any famous comedians from the area?
Famous? I don't think so.
Like, there's always the random ones from Ohio and stuff. You're like, oh, this guy came from my town.
Yeah, I don't think anyone famous.
Any basketball players?
I know. Do you know Connor McSpadden? He's from Ontario.
Oh, that's pretty
close. I don't know
how
famous he is though, but I know there was a guy from American Idol that was from San Bernardino.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Was it William Hung?
No. That would be great though. But
yeah.
No.
That would be like something I would put my city on the map.
Yeah.
I went to the same high school. We went to the same high school as Kawhi Leonard, the basketball player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
In King High School.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was there, and if William Hung was from here too, I'd say that one first.
Yeah. How old is he? Like, were you in high school at the same time as him or no?
Yeah. He took our school to like CIF finals while we were there. It was pretty, school spirit was really cool while he was there.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, a guy from my high school's in the NFL.
Oh, that's
And
dope.
I was his TA in theater.
Did you give him a good grade? You helped him get to
No, I don't know. I didn't have any part in that. I just was, there for a free period, basically.
What made you take your first step into comedy?
Well, I did theater, in high school, and then I did theater in college just because I did it in high school.
Where'd you go to school?
For college? Mm-hmm. Fullerton, Cal State Fullerton.
Cool.
But, I'm not really a great actor. I thought, I was like, I like doing it, but really I'm not good at it. And, I don't want to cry, I don't want to do like serious acting. Yeah. But I always like comedy. I've always liked jokes. So I just, I don't know.
Decided to do stand-up?
Yeah. I didn't really think about it until college, because if I knew about it earlier, I probably would have done it earlier. But I just didn't know about it. Like, my parents didn't watch stand-up.
Okay.
So it wasn't like in my mind.
Anything you considered or something like that?
Yeah, I didn't really think about it till later. People
So
started mentioning it, like, oh, you do stand-up. And I feel like stand-up started getting more popular at the time, like the 2012 and onward. So
I get that for sure. How long have you been doing comedy for?
7 years.
Nice.
Yeah, I started in what year? 2016, late 2016. Yeah.
Damn, dude, that's 8 years now, isn't it?
It's almost. I started in September. I don't know the date, but I know it was September.
Nice.
So it'll be 7 years. 8 years soon.
That's very cool. Yeah. September's my anniversary date too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Do you know the exact day?
Unfortunately, yeah, because I journal.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah, it's in the journal.
I journal too, but I forget to date it.
Oh,
so,
okay.
So I don't know when.
At an unknown moment in time.
Yeah.
I was feeling this way.
Yeah. I could probably figure it out. I feel like I have a picture or something if I wanted to figure it out, but I kind of don't want to know the day.
Were you still in college when you?
I had just graduated in May.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it was right after college.
So you were young. You were fresh. Maybe, what, 21 years old?
20, like just turned 22. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
Did you like the party scene around comedy, or did you never really partake?
I did in the beginning. It was really, because I didn't really drink before I was 21.
Nice.
So I was like, newly like 21, 22, and everything's at bars, and it's always like free drinks,
Yep.
And just, at a certain point, it's like I can't spend money and drink this much anymore. So
your liver starts to hurt and your wallet.
Yeah.
I get that for sure. I didn't like the like one item minimum stuff, and I'm like, damn, you end up buying a beer every 3 times a week, and then my girlfriend would go with me, so we're buying 2 times the drinks.
Yeah.
Now I just get water.
It gets expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't like drinking that much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, I can choose a non-alcoholic option.
Yeah. I used to like drinking, but then because I felt like I'd be looser on stage, but I don't want to rely on that, so I stopped drinking before going on stage.
Yeah.
And then I think I was kind of just stiff for a while, and now I think I don't know, more naturally myself. I think I'm naturally like stiff, but I'm like a natural stiffness now. I don't know.
It's a fun type. If I don't think I'd consider it stiff.
Yeah.
How would you consider, what would you label your comedy as?
I don't know, because how I see, I don't know how other people see me. I used to get deadpan a lot, and then I feel like I kind of loosened up. More recently, I feel like I'm more expressive, but then someone just 2 days ago called me deadpan, so I guess I am.
What does deadpan mean? Do I not?
Yeah.
I don't think I know.
You'd probably be better explaining it than I would. It's kind of like it's telling a joke without really showing too much emotion about it.
Dry? Yeah, dry humor?
Dry,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I still am deadpan, I think, but I just thought I kind of got a little more.
You were just trying to juice it up a little bit.
But then I got called deadpan again. And people call me one-liner too, which I think I used to be way more one-liner deadpan. Now I think I'm a little more animated. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not
Is that
crazy.
something you wanted to do, intentionally?
Yeah, I'm trying to be more, dynamic.
That makes sense.
I don't know if it's working, but that's what I'm trying to do.
I think you're really funny. I really enjoy your comedy. When I had your set playing while we were setting up, and I told Connor, I was like, "Oh, this is a good joke." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're all I think it's fun. I like your Rosas joke. Your last name joke.
Oh yeah,
is pretty
that's a classic.
Do you remember your first open mic?
Yes. Yeah, it was at Flappers in Burbank. They do an audition. Yeah. They do an audition mic. And then, so I did that mic, and then they sent me the email, and they were like, "You're booked for the comedy contest show." And I was like, "Oh my God, I'm booked."
That's
cool. My first thing. But they book everybody on that because it's a bringer show, basically.
Oh, got it.
Because your audience votes to put people onto the next round. So I was really excited about it, but in reality, wasn't a big deal. But it's exciting at the time.
Yeah, no, it definitely is, especially if it's your first open mic, and that's the fruits of it. You know what I mean? Because you're like, oh, someone else thinks I'm funny too. Did you feel like you were funny when you did your first open mic?
At the time, yeah, I thought I did okay, but I know I was talking really fast, and I don't even think I did the full 3 minutes. But I feel like I was better than some people that had done it before. Because there's some people that just don't. They never get it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I know. I know exactly what you mean.
There's just some people that never get it, but they keep going. And
they live
fine,
in Delulu land. They're just a little delusional.
Yeah, and I don't hate those people. It's good to have a hobby,
Yeah. Can I hate them for you?
Yeah.
Because there's other hobbies that other people don't need to, I don't know, sit through for other people.
True, yeah.
You know what I mean? You could take up knitting. You could take up
some solo
walking.
hobbies.
Yeah, walking, something we can all do. I don't know.
Stand-up is the only thing that you have to practice in front of people.
Yep. We talk about that a lot because he's a musician. And it's the complete opposite. When he writes a song or he's composing something, he gets to practice and do it on his own. He gets to choose how he likes it.
It's definitely a different feel live though. So you do have to get your practice shows in, but you're not as reliant on the audience at all.
Yeah.
I've heard, I'm sorry to say, bad musicians play a song at a park or like a live music, whatever, and it's bad, but every time the song ends, it's a clap. So,
yeah, people respect the
try.
Yeah.
There's so many times where some people...
I don't clap if I don't like it. I'll be the first to admit. Like if I'm the only person in the room or there's like a few people in the room and the musicians can see me, then I'll clap.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be rude. But if they can't see me, I ain't clapping.
You just keep your arms crossed sternly, like shaking your head.
I don't like this.
It's true though. It's you don't know if your joke is working unless you try it with other people, because there's a bunch of things that have made me laugh and don't make other people laugh at all.
Yeah.
And whatever.
I mean, it's hard because at an open mic when it's all comics, it's like I can't laugh. I just feel like I can't laugh anymore. Like I can think something's funny, but I'm not really gonna laugh unless I'm like really caught off guard. You know,
okay.
like I could see through the comedy where I could just go, oh, that's good.
Yeah.
But I probably didn't laugh at it.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Do you do a lot of open mics out where you like, because you're a more, I'd say, OCLA area versus IE area? Mm-hmm. Are there a lot of fun mics out there?
There used to be, but a lot of them got canceled, and I don't know what's going on right now. Like, I don't have a mic I don't have a favorite mic. Okay. I used to have like a few in Long Beach that were cool, but they all got canceled like around the same time
for different reasons.
Yeah, different reasons.
Somebody said the N-word.
Things like that, like not exactly that, but like one comic kind of ruins it. Yeah, I'm sure that happens here a lot. Yeah.
One comic ruins it for everybody. That's a bummer when that happens. Mm-hmm. I'm a big stickler when it comes to that, because I'm like, we're all here for a reason, and you don't have to like make it your own thing and ruin it for everybody.
Yeah, like when when it's a clean mic, or it's not sometimes it's not a clean mic, but there's like kids there.
Yeah,
and I don't even like kids or care about kids much, but it's like see the audience. Like, you should look at the audience and think about what the audience would want. Don't like just do dirty stuff because you're working on it and it's an open mic.
Just start dropping the F-bomb when they're 7-year-olds.
And that's how the mic gets canceled. Yeah. So, I don't know.
They're all, what the hell type of shit are you running in this establishment? Mm-hmm. People just get up while I'm eating dinner with my family and make dick jokes.
I know. It's like, this is a coffee shop. Most coffee shops are like religious, they're like run by...
That's very true. I kind of noticed that. What's up with that?
I don't know. But like Christians make really good coffee.
That's true.
Like my favorite coffee shop, like Dirty Chai, best Dirty Chai, Christian. They gotta have like those wooden signs with the like...
they crumble a piece of communion cracker in it.
That'd be pretty good.
Instead of like mazapan, they do just a little Holy Spirit. It's called the Body and Blood Latte. I'd die. It's funny. I was looking at your website.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool that you have a website. Did you write your own bio?
I did, yeah. I don't know how... I change it every once in a while, but... Yeah. What'd you think of it? Good?
No, yeah, it's fun.
Oh, cool.
I feel like in a way you were kind of like teasing yourself, weren't you?
What did I say?
Do you not remember your own bio?
No.
Oh my gosh, you want me? I'll read it out loud.
No, don't read it. No, I remember.
I first of all love the friends photo that you have.
Thank
that
you.
Was definitely
that was an idea I had, and then my sister helped me bring it to life.
You pulled it off.
Thank you.
10 out of 10.
Thank you.
I looked at your bio because I'm like, I'm going to ask her stuff that's mentioned in her bio. Mm-hmm. And you say right here, nonchalant attitude, acrobatic like diction, and then mysterious personality. Mm-hmm. And I think you're having fun with yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I described myself too much there.
Right. No, right beneath it though. This person said this too. Like you're.
Oh yeah,
it's funny the way you do it. It's like what's beneath it. So I had a good time looking at your bio.
Oh, cool.
And then it led me to your PBS Pure Comedy or Pure Laughter Comedy.
Yeah,
set. That's dope.
It's cool. I'm not happy with the set. Like, it's not a great set. I don't know if you watched it. The audience is pretty whack. But yeah, it's cool that I have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what tell me, like, do you mind telling me about the experience?
So
seems pretty cool.
It's at a theater in Solana Beach, which like it is a good show, but the audience is pretty old. And
do they get like free tickets to come see it? Is it like that?
I don't know. I think they're subscribers maybe.
Because that's like Oh, so that's how I got to see Chelsea Handler. It's like you sign up on a newsletter and then you got free tickets to just go watch like Chelsea Lately when she was doing the talk show.
Yeah.
And the same thing with like American Idol and stuff like that. Like you don't really buy tickets. They just like try to fill it up with people that are wanting to kind of like be there.
Yeah, for the taping. This wasn't like that professional of a taping. It was just like, it's a show that I've done before, but this time they were taping it.
Oh, okay. Got it.
So it's just a show they have at a theater. But I mean, it's a good show, but the audience is like, that's not my target demographic.
How old would you say they?
I mean, I think the camera pans to the audience and it's like, you know, gray.
Pretty gray. So, I noticed that. I noticed that.
Yeah, and like,
I don't have
sweaters. Sweaters. They were great. Like if you're talking about, you know, my wife, my kids, but like I'm talking about like, I think I mentioned TikTok and they're like,
yeah, I get what you mean.
You know, it was fine, but I mean, I know that they didn't get me, so it was okay. But you know, it's a credit, so
yeah, it is, and it's a cool. And I thought it's a cool video.
Yeah, it looks nice.
It does,
and it was a cool experience. I had to do like a little interview thing. I think it shows me.
Yeah. Did you like doing that, or was that?
No, I was nervous. I feel like I do it better now that I've done it. Like if I ever have to do that again, I'd be better. But I was like, because it was like he asked questions behind the camera and then he goes, okay, but you have to answer it like in a sentence. Like his question isn't in the video, so I have to go, yeah, my favorite thing about comedy is and I don't know, it just feels weird. And there's like so many crew members and they're all like looking at you, and I know they don't even care what I'm gonna say, but I just feel like self-conscious. So
it's like a 4th grade writing assignment back when you'd have to be like, you're like, okay, let's state the topic. Right? Was it, I don't know how to say, it's like I know someone else that's going to be doing it soon, and he's not really like a clean comic. So when it's like pure laughter, is it clean comedy?
It's clean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So good luck to him.
What made you what made you want to pursue clean comedy?
It's not like I set out like pursuing that. I just, most of my comedy's clean, I guess. And I don't cuss, so that makes it clean compared to most people.
Yeah.
And then it just, you know, I just get booked for things, and then the more I get booked for it, I do more clean stuff. But it's not like I'm like, oh, my category clean only. Yeah. Like I don't consider myself a clean.
Well, your jokes still make a blue collar crowd laugh without the use of things like, you know, I'll say like tricks like throwing in a cuss word or saying pussy or whatever it is. Like you still get people our age drunk at a bar, they still laugh.
Yeah.
So it's working.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think comedy's comedy. I don't think it's like has to be clean or dirty. Like clean or dirty is more about the actual show. I don't think it has to really do with the comics. It's just about who's booking, you know? So I'm not like, oh, I'm going to be clean. Because even like dirty comics, they probably talk about like things that aren't necessarily dirty.
No.
I don't know. But are they... I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying.
No, I get it. I mean, well, I've always been super confused about it because I have a lot of like different things. You've unsheathed your sword. Are you trying to battle with me right now, girl? Because I got one too. I got the big one too.
Oh, is this? Are we gonna?
No, we don't
later?
have to.
Okay.
If you want to, we got the big ones. So we can.
I don't want to do that.
No,
I'll do the little ones.
Okay,
not the big ones.
They're letter openers.
I don't like physical activities. Like I don't want to do a whole thing. You know?
Swords seem heavy. Yeah. I get that. I always like someone has asked me to do clean comedy before, and I just thought, I was like, oh, I just won't say the F word.
Yeah.
But then I realized like a lot of my like material's a little dark, and then when you and I talked the other time when we had that show together, you're like, oh, that show you mentioned you had to do 7 clean, 7 dirty or dark. And I was like, oh, I thought dark was still clean if I don't say the F word. So that's where things change. Like the definition of it, I guess, is very variable depending on who's saying it, you know?
Yeah, that I used to get, people would say that my stuff was really dark. I don't know if it is now, but I used to do jokes like, I mean, I still have the jokes. I'm just working on new stuff, but I have like a joke where I say like, I talk about how McDonald's pancakes feel like skin.
Yeah.
And that's not like a dirty joke, but it is dark. So, and I've said that like at a clean show at a church, and like that doesn't go well at a church. But it's a clean joke. Like it's not a dirty joke.
Yeah.
So dark doesn't mean dirty, but it kind of like, it's like you can't do it at a clean show. Yeah. And I have like jokes about like exorcism, and it's like, that's a clean joke.
Yeah.
Should I do it at a church? Probably not. So I don't know. It just depends on the gig. Like every gig's different, you know.
Do you perform at a lot of churches?
I've done maybe like one that was like an actual church event, and then I've done things that are like at a church, but it's not like for the church.
Okay.
But it's like a fundraiser or something, so it's still pretty clean.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And I've done like a high school or like a high school fundraiser.
That's pretty cool. To the teacher, like for the teachers or for the students?
Or mixed? I did one for students, and it was crazy.
Was it
like
really?
They were like so hyped up. Like, you know how a pep rally in high school, like people get excited. Like I forgot about that. So they're like screaming like for every joke.
Oh, that's awesome.
They're like cheering for every punchline.
Year, like 2011. Whoa!
Yeah, just anything you say. And it's like even a joke that's not even like that crazy, they just go, oh, like they're just so excited about every punchline. So it was really exciting. I was nervous about it because I was thinking like, oh, I'm performing like for children, basically. You know, they're in high school.
Ages, 14 to 17, pretty much? Yeah,
like that's children. But they were like really down for it, and it was actually really fun.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and the younger comics did better than like the older comics.
Oh, okay. Did they have a whole lineup?
There was like 3 or 4 of us.
Okay.
So one guy was a teacher at the school, and, you know, he just crushed because they know him.
That's pretty cool.
And then...
Did he do school-related material?
He did.
Did he roast teachers or the principal or something?
He had a joke that I think he said, like, he called a student a in his joke. Yeah, I think he said... Yeah. I mean, I think he, like, says it on stage. I think that was the punchline. And they went crazy.
Oh, my God.
And I guess it was allowed. It was okay. I don't know.
Was it? They didn't? No.
I'm pretty sure
he lost his job afterwards. We just don't know.
Maybe. Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while.
How fun. And then there was older people on there that didn't do as well?
Not even that much older, but just doing jokes about, you know, your wife and, you know, having kids or being married. Like, that's not going to hit with the high school crowd.
Not at all.
Yeah, so it was interesting to see that not work for once. And then, like, my jokes about, like, you know, oranges and, like, raspberries actually working for once.
Screw your marriage, bro. Get out of here with your marriage.
Yeah.
I'm like just looking back, I'm like, damn, I wish I had stand-up comedy at my high school pep rallies. We didn't have anything like that. Did you have anything like that growing up?
No. I mean, like stand-up, I know I had never seen stand-up before. Like I knew about it. I know I knew it existed, but it wasn't around me. Yeah. If I had seen stand-up when I was younger, I probably would have wanted to do it. But I just never saw it around. I knew that it existed, but... Like, I saw the improv at the Ontario Mills Mall, like, forever when I was a kid. But I remember looking at it and thinking, like, what do they do in there? Like, I didn't realize it was stand-up comedy in there. I was just like, oh, it's some type of show. I didn't even know what was going on in there. And improv doesn't really tell you what's going on. Because you know what improv is when you're a kid?
No.
And it's not even improv happening in there. It's stand-up. Yeah. So I didn't know what it was.
When I thought improv, I would always think, whose line is it anyway? That show?
Yeah.
Like sketch comedy, I guess.
Yeah.
And you're right. It's funny. Do you remember the first stand-up comedy special you ever saw, like in your older years?
You know, I know I saw a comic, like, maybe when I was in college. Like, one of my friends took me to, like, a religious, like, thing. Like, their church was at, like, a thing at the 66ers stadium.
Okay.
And, I don't know, I think it was some type of, like, pastor thing. And they had a Christian stand-up comedian perform. And I remember that was probably the first time I saw comedy, but I wasn't, like, really inspired off that because I'm not Christian, so I wasn't like, oh, I get these. This is my type of comedy.
Did you grow up like Catholic or something instead?
I did, yeah. But I mean, so I got the jokes, but
But you're sitting there like, this is blasphemy.
I was just there, to hang out, I guess.
No, I get it.
And so I never really watched a full special. I still don't really watch full specials because they're too long.
Yeah.
I get bored. I have to go back to it later. I didn't even watch stand-up before I did it. I would watch little clips online.
Okay.
And then I got that show after my first mic, and then I was like, I gotta write some jokes. And so I tried watching some Netflix, I put on Eliza Schlesinger.
I suck at saying that last name. Girl, I'm not even gonna try.
And I watched a little bit of it, turn it off, put on someone else, watched a little bit, turn it off. Maria Bamford, actually, I really liked.
Oh yeah, she's funny.
Yeah, so I watched her and I was like,
Very
okay,
unique
that's
comedy
more
style.
Yeah, that's more what I would want to be going for.
Yeah.
So I did watch her full special, but her specials aren't too long, so it's easy to watch.
And hers are so silly. I think the last one that I watched of hers, she was performing for her parents, at one point in her backyard. I was like, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that. It's funny, I think back on it as far as I comedy goes. Do you have siblings?
Yeah.
Yeah? Older, younger?
Both.
Both. Okay. No, they never watched stand up or
No. I mean, my mom would watch sitcoms, so I watched a lot of sitcoms growing up. So I like comedy. I've always liked comedy in general. Yeah. I love sitcoms because it's just joke. And the laugh track, I love the laugh track. I think that's why I do comedy, because I'm just searching for the laugh track of life.
Yeah.
And that I love sitcoms, and then later I realized all sitcoms, those are all stand-ups.
Oh yeah.
And then
the actors and everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so, I mean, sitcoms are kind of out now, but it would have been a goal of mine.
You could still do it.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
why
thought
not?
about trying to bring it back, but I really like the old live audience sitcoms, and that's just kind of dead. I don't know if it could be brought back, but maybe, because old stuff always comes back.
It does. Everything's kind of cyclical.
Yeah, so we'll see. But
I always think of I'm the youngest of 4. And between my sister and I is almost 8 years, 7.5 years. And we went to Blockbuster, and it's crazy. When I think about all the stuff my siblings would let me watch that they don't let their kids watch now.
Yeah.
I'm like, you let me watch The Ring when I was 8 years old. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's freaking crazy. But I think I was 11 years old when she rented Eddie Murphy Raw.
Okay.
And that's a hilarious special. And it's one joke that always resonated with me was that umfufu joke, because I knew as a kid when people get divorced, they split it in half. And I was like, oh my God, I get this premise. And I always loved comedy, but it took me until I was able to search on YouTube to start watching it on my own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I knew what stand-up was when I was a kid, but when I was a kid, I thought stand-up was boring because they're just on stage with nothing, just a microphone. For a kid, that's boring. I'm watching cartoons and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm not just gonna watch a guy talk. That's like school.
You're right.
So I did not like it as a kid.
That's right.
Yeah,
I liked comedy movies. Austin Powers was probably one of my favorite movies growing up. And I just watched I watched it with my niece recently. Oh my God, freaking awesome. It's funny seeing kids now, it still hits.
Yeah. So I've always liked comedy, cartoons and shows and sitcoms, but not stand-up. I feel like stand-up's for adults. When people say they like stand-up as a kid, I am kind of how? Because I remember now that I knew what it was, but I'm I'm not going to watch just someone talk.
Yeah.
I don't think I got into stand-up until around high school. It was Comedy Central specials, that kind of stuff, Patton Oswalt randomly on
for
1
30
o'clock
minutes
in the morning. Yeah.
They would do a tight 20 though, and you're good.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That was shorter.
Yeah, I think that's perfect. I think an hour is it's so long.
Do you want to write an hour eventually?
I want to, because you have to work, but
midway through you're gonna be this is just so long.
Yeah, I really think 45 is a good sweet spot where it's not too short, but it's not getting too long. An hour is just that's a lot.
It's a sweet spot for an attention span. I agree.
Yeah.
I don't like watching long movies. I don't go to the movie theaters at all because 90-minute movies don't exist anymore. I love a 90-minute movie.
90. Yeah, and comedies. A lot of comedies are 90 minutes.
Yep, they're perfect. They know to keep our attention span.
Yeah, I can't sit there for 2 or 3 hours. I remember when I was a kid, like I would get done watching a movie and I would be like, I feel unhealthy because I sat for too long.
I was just eating popcorn and candy.
Yeah. I would like get concerned, like, oh no, I'm gonna, I don't know, have health issues now because I watched one movie.
Oh yeah, I think like I always imagine now, knowing what I know about health and wellness and stuff like that, I'm surprised little kid me never got bladder infections from holding my pee, because I'm like, I don't want to miss anything. You know what I mean? Like, I love being able to pause it. FOMO's real for me. I hate going to movie theaters. Hate going to movie theaters. Do you like movies? You don't like movies?
Not really.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah.
No, I not really. I do like some movies, but it's not like my thing to go to the movie. My family, they all have like the the Regal like movie pass.
Yeah, where you get to go see.
And so they
X
all
amount
go
of movies
together and see the movies. But I just didn't want to spend like $200 for that. So like every once in a while I'll go. But
I didn't even know it was that expensive.
Something like that.
Movies
yeah.
are
But you can see unlimited.
Nowadays. You can spend like $60 easy at the movie, 2 people.
That's nuts.
Yeah, if you want to get food, forget it.
Is popcorn really expensive now?
Oh yeah.
It's always been expensive, but imagine it's like $15 now.
Oh, that's insane. Yeah. Come on. That's $1 to make.
Exactly.
Not even. It's like friggin' 45 cents to make those losers.
They don't care. We're buying it still.
I would do the whole stop at Ralph's, fill up a bag of candy, put it in my backpack, and then go to the movies.
That's what I do. The only thing I buy is the popcorn.
Yeah.
Because like,
that's
am
hard
I
to
gonna
sneak
bring
in.
my own pot? Yeah. I've seen
People will do it. Yeah.
My mom's done it.
The microwave bag and put it in the bag?
Yeah, you put in the she would like microwave it, like let it cool off, put it in like the big freezer, like Ziploc bag.
Perfect.
And then, have the big purse.
Smells concealed and everything.
I want to see someone bring one of those like camping burners in a little mini like pan.
Yeah.
This movie theater smells like chicken.
Yeah, fresh popped.
I guess I don't want to sound like a hater. I would go to the movies if I'm like really compelled to go.
It's a good movie.
I go sometimes if I want to see a movie, but I don't know. Usually I'm like, I just watch it at home.
Do you have hobbies outside of comedy?
No. I don't think so.
You're wearing a gardening shirt. Do you garden?
I do have some plants.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and they're doing okay.
That counts as a hobby.
I live in an apartment, so they're like, pots on my balcony. But
those are the only plants we're able to keep alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. The second we put plants outside, they freaking die.
Yeah, but because I think you have to know about your soil, or like replace the soil. I don't know, but
do you do all that?
I buy soil and I put it in the pot with the plant. But,
this girl.
I don't know too much about it. I water them and they stay alive. I trim them and then I hope they grow back. And so far they have.
I hope they grow back. Yeah. I like that. That's funny. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
I don't have many hobbies either. I work out and then I go to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd like to have a hobby, but
if you could pick any hobby in the world, what would it be?
I don't know. What hobbies are there? I don't know. I used to draw. Is that a hobby?
That's a good one.
I used to, but I don't know. Comes and goes. I'm not drawing at the moment.
If I could pick anyone in the world, I'd do the like rich person, those guys that just like show up to the beach at the end of the day when it's all windy and they do the parachute with the surfboard.
Oh, parasailing?
Yeah.
No, it's not parasailing.
I think it's called kite surfing.
Oh, kite surfing. Okay,
yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
They'll catch air and they'll literally they'll be up in not the sky, but they'll be like above the water for like 5 to 10 seconds, just like floating on a parachute until they go back down.
Oh, is it? And are their feet attached to the board?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It looks really cool. And you can always tell they're just like, super rich retired dudes or like CEOs getting off work. And I'm like, this is just how you unwind at the end of the day. Fly through the sky in the water.
I thought you were going to say like, what is it? The metal detector? Oh, yeah, I don't want to do that. I think that's what I would do.
Yeah. I like long walks on the beach with my metal detector.
Yeah. Because I don't know how often you find something, so I'd have to try it. But like, if I was finding things, it would be fun.
I think they have to find something because they're still doing it regular. Like, I'm assuming they do it regularly.
Yeah.
Metal detectors aren't cheap, right? Like,
No.
Yeah, like you're investing in that hobby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you're gonna, I'm sure they're finding something.
It's for the thrill, you know. They might not be finding anything ever. They find like pennies and quarters their whole life, and they're just looking for that one time that they strike gold.
Well, there's those dorks that get like scuba certified. Okay, I don't want to call them dorks, but there's those people that get scuba certified, and they just like to go to the bottom of rivers to like find old iPhones and engagement rings and stuff.
Oh.
Have you seen the videos on like people like bridge fishing? They go on like random bridges and like fish in like little rivers, and they pull up like guns and shit.
Guns?
Yeah, they find like guns and like grenades and stuff. Yeah, what? It's crazy.
I'd be scared of finding like a body or something.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
Well,
stay away from bodies of water.
The fishing. Yeah, bodies. That's why they're called bodies of water.
Hey. They're just like, this is where bodies wash. It's true. I'd be afraid of that. I'm afraid of, I don't know. Having a dog, I'm afraid of like letting my dog free on an open field, because if they run out and then get fixated on something, I'm like, oh fuck, it's a carcass. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I like keeping my dogs on a leash in fields, because I'm like, I don't want to be the person that has to call this in if they run off.
Yeah, you don't want to have to be a part of it.
Nope.
Yeah.
I might even ignore it if like my dog. I'd just be like, okay, let's pretend I didn't see this.
Yeah.
Is that a crime?
Yes.
No, to ignore. Oh.
Yes, it is a crime.
To be ignorant?
Yeah, it's a crime.
What if I'm like, oh, I thought it was a Halloween decoration?
I think if you saw, you'd have to.
Then probably not. But if they know that you knew it was a body and you didn't like say anything, then yeah, it's a crime.
They would be able, because they do footprint stuff, and I wear Vibrams. I wear the toe shoes, so it would take like 5 seconds. Or like, who owns a pair of Vibrams in this county in this size?
If you don't report it, then you're a suspect. Because why were you there? Right?
Checking out my work, seeing if that's what they do, right? They visit back. Oh my God, you're right. I might have been the murderer.
Yeah. So you got to say something. I think you just have to do a little interview, and then you're done, right? Like a brief little.
Yeah, and then you also got to think about like the victim's family. They're looking for answers.
I would just be the dumbest person they know, and they're like, "You found this body?" And no, my dog did. Peach. You can ask her.
You can ask her.
You can ask Peach exactly what led her to this direction. Yeah, I just came to get my dog.
Yeah.
Would you ever want to do like sketches?
I was kind of in one last night. I was hanging with some comics after the show. Like, we went to a bar, and I don't know if you know who Jesus Sepulveda is, but he's like films little sketches, and they were like, okay, we're gonna film one right now. And then I'm like suddenly in the sketch, because I'm the only girl in the area, so I have to play the girlfriend, and so I was in it. It was easy because he's doing everything, and I just have to react. But
you were the girlfriend? Girlfriend one?
Yeah. Girlfriend one. I'll probably be a recurring girlfriend in the sketches. I don't think I would write my own sketches. I'm not a big sketch fan unless it's like SNL, like it has to be, or a sketch show. Like the internet sketches, I'm not a big fan. I just feel like it has to have a big production value for me to be into a sketch.
Okay, yeah, you don't want to see like a cheapy little iPhone shot type of.
Yeah, I'm not into that.
I get it.
Yeah.
You want it to be top of the line.
Yeah.
Okay. That's did you like doing it, like with your theater background? Was it fun? Like, did you enjoy it?
Yeah. It was cool because it was so easy. I feel like a lot of people put too much effort into the sketches where they're like, we got to have a script. I'm like, it's 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Just do it,
You're like, this is taking way too much effort.
Yeah.
I also, when I was looking at your Instagram, I saw you did a dry bar comedy special. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know when it'll come out. I hear from other people a year or so is
after
the
time
you film frame. Yeah.
Okay.
Because they film a lot at once. Like two other guys were filming on my shows. So there was 3. They do like 3 at a time. So there was 3 of us on Friday, 3 different people on Saturday, every week for like 3 months.
Damn.
And then they like edit these specials and they put them out on their app, and then eventually YouTube and Facebook, Instagram.
So you still haven't seen it?
No. But the first show was really good, so I feel like it will come out good when it comes out.
Hot crowd. Fun crowd. That's cool.
Really fun.
Where's that filmed at? Is it in
Utah?
Oh, okay.
Provo, Utah.
Provo. I've never even heard of that city. Yeah.
It's where BYU is.
Okay. Right on. That's very cool.
Yeah.
How was it your first time performing in Utah?
Mm-hmm.
Was that cool?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. They're a really good crowd. I mean, and it's clean comedy. That one's like has to be clean.
I ended up looking up their whole concept. Like they don't serve alcohol there. No,
just
clean
candy.
comedy. Okay.
So Utah, everyone's pretty much Mormon. They don't like drink or anything, but they're like crazy into sugar. Like soda and candy is like their thing. So at the show, they give out like big bowls of candy, and they just have like jars of everything. Like they had peanut M&Ms, like just I don't know, Swedish fish, whatever.
They're getting everybody cracked out on sugar.
Yeah, and you can get whatever you want, and then they give you a soda. I think they have popcorn too, and then just the city of Provo, and I think just Utah in general, they have like soda shops. So they go and they do
soda instead of craft beer.
Yeah, basically, and they
cool.
do like a thing with the flavor syrup. So they get soda that's already soda, and then they add like flavor syrup to it,
vanilla.
and then they put the cream in there. Like I think it's called a dirty soda.
Everyone's got to figure out how to have a good time, right?
Yeah. So they're really into sugar over there.
Yeah.
That's their thing.
The one dude who's like putting a little whiskey and he's like, I'm making this dirtier.
Dirty.
Dirty, double
the
dirty.
grocery store there, like the soda aisle, sodas I've never even heard of. They had like 12 flavors of Mountain Dew.
That's insane.
I didn't even know they had that many Mountain Dew flavors.
It's only for that demographic over there. They're like, we got to get our Mormon customers to buy this soda.
Yeah, there were so many flavors of soda. Like if you like soda, go to Utah. It's
sick.
That's the spot. Did you end up trying new sodas or did you?
I bought a Warhead soda.
Was it good?
It tasted like a Warhead. It was sour, like a sour, sweet
You just
cherry soda.
every sip.
Yeah, the Warhead guy. Yeah.
I didn't
drink
those.
the whole thing. I just kind of sampled it and was like, all right, get the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where else have you traveled to do comedy?
I've done, sort of the, I don't know, Southwest, like California, Arizona, Utah, Nevada, Colorado. I haven't done New Mexico. And then I've done North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Other than that, I think those are the only states. But,
up and down California too, probably, right?
Yeah, I haven't gone like Northern California, but I've done like Central. I think the furthest I've gone is like Sacramento, Santa Cruz. I don't know.
That's pretty north.
Yeah.
Unless you're trying to go to like Chico.
No, yeah, I haven't done that. But I'd like to, yeah. But California is so big where, just doing California is a lot. It's different when you're in like the middle of America. You can do like all the states as a road. Like I've talked to people out there. I did Pennsylvania also. So I was in Pennsylvania recently, and there was some comics that were there, and when you live out in the middle of America, you can go to different states. You can be a road comic, but when you live in California, you can't be a road comic because you can't drive anywhere.
Yeah.
Like you drive 8 hours, you're still in California.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's different, but yeah.
Did you have like a favorite one, like out of those places, anywhere you really like love to perform at?
The Dry Bar show was really good. So I would like to go back to Utah, try like Salt Lake. I don't know how it is there, but I've heard it's like a little different vibe, more of a more city-like.
Yeah.
The crowd was really cool, so I like to go there. Arizona's cool, but it's like hit or miss because there's like Scottsdale, which is more like uppity, but then like my Phoenix shows are fun. But it just depends like what area of Arizona you're in, but I do like it out there too.
Okay, that's very cool. I'm doing my first out-of-state show in September.
Where?
New Orleans. Yeah.
Wow. I've been to New Orleans, but I haven't performed there.
When you go out of state, do you hit people up to see like, oh, you guys, can I get on your show? Or like, how do you do it when you go out of state? I have. Usually it starts like I'm booked there for something. Oh, that's cool.
So it just depends. Sometimes I don't have the money to stay there that long and go around. Then you have to rent a car depending where you're at. But there's Facebook groups and stuff. I usually look for a Facebook group.
Oh, cool.
And then you just gotta really research, like look at posters and then go, who looks like they booked it? Like who's the host on the poster, and just find people's pages. So I know a lot of people that book in different places that I haven't done, but just because I did the research, I just haven't gone there yet. Like I do keep track.
You have
like I have a lot of screenshots.
Yeah.
Of like people that I think book something, but
Isn't that funny? That's our generation's like idea of research and like, oh, let me save this. We just like click.
Yeah.
And then we go to the screenshots folders like, when did I take that picture? Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
There's that thing I was looking for. In California, do you have a venue that you like the most? Because you've performed at most of the clubs here, I feel like, when I was looking at
I have done most of them, yeah. I'm not like regular at any club, but the Laugh Factory in San Diego is really good.
I love San Diego crowds.
Yeah. Yeah, San Diego is great.
They like to have fun.
Mm-hmm. Good time. But yeah, I don't have like a place that I frequent. I used to do Harvell's in Long Beach a lot. That was like a consistent, like every Tuesday burlesque and comedy show.
That's pretty neat. What the?
Yeah.
That's so random. The two of those, what the heck?
Yeah. It was really fun. There were like, I mean, there were bad nights and there were like really good nights.
Yeah.
So that used to be like a thing I would frequent. But right now there's not anything that I have that's like a favorite frequent thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you started out here, you started in the IE comedy scene, or
no? I lived in Fullerton already because I went to college. But you know, my family lives here, so I would go here, and then I would just try a mic while I'm out here.
Okay, got it.
And then that's how I met like George and like the Buddy System people, and then I did those shows. And then you know, my family's in San Bernardino, so they were like, "We want to see you at a show." So I'd try to get booked in like a very bad like San Diego or San Bernardino show.
Yeah.
You know, just
so you could be close to the fam.
Yeah,
let them come see you.
Yeah, do some shows.
So did you ever? Because the first time I think I met you, saw you, met you was out here at a open mic.
Yeah,
you went to Worthington's.
Yes. Yeah, I think I remember that time because that may have been the last time I was there. I went there like 2 times, where I think I met you one of the times. Once I did a show at Cal State San Bernardino.
That's cool.
So then we stopped back there on the way back.
Yeah.
And
please. I'm innocent. I have dogs. That's okay. Yeah, we could talk about that later. Found a dog today.
Oh yeah.
Right before this episode.
Was it at oh yeah.
You performed at Cal? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I did a show there and I went back. And then I think the other time I had like a consultation for my wisdom teeth for like a dentist over there. So I went to Worthington's on the way back.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
So, you're making the most out of your drive back home.
Yeah, it's on the way. You know, if I'm taking the 91, works out.
Have you ever noticed like a difference between the like how you'd say scenes from like OC area to IE area? Is there a distinction that you can put your finger on?
I think they're pretty similar compared to LA. Like if you compare both of them to LA, everyone's way more relaxed and more friendly. In LA, everyone's like trying to get something.
Yeah.
And if they don't know you, I mean, people are a lot nicer now, but when I started in LA, if people don't know you, they leave the room. So
are you
perform
serious?
To like nobody. Yeah.
That's mean.
Yeah. But I think people are nicer now. There's like more supportive, like rooms. They'll be like women run mics. Like those are really nice, but sometimes too nice, I feel like.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, they laugh at everything.
Yeah.
But yeah. What was the question?
If you notice a distinction between the two scenes. Because some people will be like, oh, like
I think they're pretty similar.
Yeah. Do people say wild stuff out there too in Orange County? Because people say some crazy things here in the IE.
Yeah.
Like they'll talk about murdering their girlfriends and they'll think people are going to laugh. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, I know you're being hyperbolic right now, but for what purpose?
Yeah. Okay. That might be the difference. Yeah. I think they're a little more, maybe a little edgier out here in that sense.
Yeah.
Like
edgy without a cause.
Maybe darker, maybe more like drug and murder material. But I mean, that's the difference between the two areas. There's more drug and murder out here. So it's just a fact, you know.
I can't deny that.
Yeah.
She's right. Hey, OC's got their people too, you know.
Oh yeah, no,
they had that doctor that was getting the drugs, and
yeah,
the doctor and his girlfriend. Did you hear about that shit? There was like, did you hear about
what
that?
did they do?
They were drugging women and killing them.
Oh,
yeah. But it was like cool. They were doing it like it's their thing. Like they're
Bonnie and Clyde type shit.
But he was a doctor and he was like getting the drugs. So they would drug these women and bring them back, you know.
Like recently?
Yeah. They maybe like 5 years ago, something crazy like that. I like murder not documentaries, but like the podcasts and stuff like that. And whenever there's something pertaining to California, I'm like, oh, I've been there, you know. They'll talk about Newport Beach. I'm like, oh shit, I eat fish there. It's pretty crazy. No, you're right about that though. There's definitely a lot more murder and stuff out here.
Yeah, and there's more like bro-y, like, you know, beach bros in like OC, depending where you go. There's not really those out here.
Is there a lot of dry humor out there?
There's some. I think it's maybe more. I feel like most people are more like story based these days. Anyway, yeah, there's some dry. I feel like dry humor is like usually in the minority. Yeah. Anywhere. So
I enjoy dry humor.
Yeah.
That's probably why I think you're really funny.
You're pretty dry.
I'm really I'm pretty dry.
Yeah.
But I also I like just talking because I'm like I want people to laugh at what I'm saying, not what I'm doing. You know what I mean? If people do some pretty rambunctious stuff on stage, dude. It's pretty crazy. I think about like even with music, some people do crazy stuff on stage or with their albums. Like I always remember the Red Hot Chili Peppers album cover. Like why did they have to do the socks on their ding dongs?
Oh yeah.
You know? Yep. Or like the Blink-182 music video where they're like running around naked. Running
naked, yeah.
I'm like, there's always like funky things where I'm like, it almost takes away from the song. Like not entirely, but I'm like, oh my God, this music video is crazy. I'm not even listening to what you're singing anymore. Yeah. You know? And that's how I feel sometimes with comics.
That they're doing too much?
Distracting me on stage with certain things. Oh, really? Yeah.
Like, and it doesn't go with the joke?
It'll go with the joke, I guess, but I stop hearing what they're saying and I'm just like, but that might be my attention span, I guess.
You can't focus on the sight and the visual and the audio.
What's happening? Yeah. I need the subtitles if we're going to be doing it that way.
So do you like comedy albums?
Like listening to people. Yeah. I do. I listen to a lot of comedy.
Oh. Do you prefer it? Versus like watching it?
It's not that I prefer it. I drive a lot for work. Oh, so if I run out of podcasts or something like that and a comedian that I enjoy let out a special, or if like, you know, I listened to the Joe Rogan special just because a lot of people were anticipating it or whatever, but I'll just put it on Netflix while I'm driving and throw my phone in the cup holder and that's what I listen to for an hour.
That's cool. Yeah. I do like comedy albums. Yeah. I've listened to a few albums actually. They're cool. Like I was listening to some crowd work albums. Yeah. Because I would like to do. I don't want to be like a crowd work person, but I never do crowd work, so I want to be better at it.
You want to sprinkle it in, maybe?
Yeah. I want to be able to do it, and I think it makes the set a little more dynamic. You know.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'll be doing a set, and even if it's going well, I'll be like, man, I'm just still talking about myself up here.
You want to involve a couple of the audience members
I don't know if it starts to get old, like if people think, oh, she's just talking about herself and her burritos or whatever I'm talking about, you know. I don't know if it gets old.
It shouldn't. I don't know,
but like, have you done like 30 minutes or more?
Yeah, I've done 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Or I guess it was, I ended up doing 26 minutes, but I was asked to do 30. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Once I get to like 30, I start thinking like, oh, is it too much of the same thing? Like, do I need to like mix it up a little bit? You know, like if I was going to do an hour, it's like, I'm just going to do this again. Yeah. It's just this for an hour.
To make it fun for yourself.
Yeah. Because I would get bored if I was watching it. So I don't know.
And you're saying that about your own comedy, girl? What
yeah. I mean, it's a long time to be on stage for 30 minutes.
It is.
It's a long time.
But I like to say that the people who are, I mean, at least definitely in comedy, like the comedy club setting, they're there to watch that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So they want to sit there and listen to an hour and a half of people making them giggle.
Yeah. I always say like I'm a comedian because I can't be an audience member.
Oh, really?
Like I can't.
Do you go to shows?
Sometimes, but I guess I'd be like hanging out, so sometimes I'll watch someone's set, but I'm not sitting there for the entire show.
Do you go to do you have a comedian you enjoy? Oh, I'm going to the Laugh Factory to see so and so, or I'm going to the Improv to see so and so.
I haven't done it in a while, but I have I went to see Gary Goldman at Largo like years ago, and then like I saw Dove Davidoff at American Comedy Company. There's a few times like I've bought a ticket and been an audience member, but it's been a while. It's been a few years. I probably should do it more. Yeah. So I can, have a better, because I am trying to watch more comedy. Like I try to watch the headliner set just to see like what are they doing that I can, learn from. Yeah. To try to have headliner energy, I feel like that's the next step to figure out how to be a headliner, because you can talk for an hour, but like doesn't mean you're like a headliner.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah. You have to be captivating for an hour.
Yes,
and not just mildly captivating. You need to be captivating, because headliners already had potentially 35 minutes to 45 minutes of people right before them. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And they're like, okay, now I gotta blow you guys all out of the water.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a lot of pressure.
Some people are pretty crazy. I was at a show where the headliner was like a pretty known name, and I like people like him a lot. I'm like, I'll tell you afterwards who, but he got on stage and like maybe 5 minutes in, I guess it started off pretty funny. Like I heard the producer talking to him and he was like, oh yeah, you're just gonna go up do 40 minutes. He's like, no. He's like, I'm just gonna keep it a tight 20. I'm better like that. And I'm like, okay, like this guy's already kind of like, man, I do what I want. But then like 5 minutes in, turns on the audience and says the N-word, and he was not African American. And I'm like, dude, what the heck? And the whole audience just like stiff as a board.
Was this in Riverside?
No.
Oh.
No, it was out in Temecula.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was really interesting. And I was like, dude, like even I know that you're supposed to be like a known dude, and holy cow, it took maybe 7.5 minutes, 8 minutes. And if he was doing what he was supposed to do 40 minutes, I'm like, that would have been tough.
I've seen things like that kind of recently. Like, not that they turn on the audience, but sometimes like I think successful comedians, or like people that are used to opening for bigger comedians, they're used to like, a sold out theater audience, which is different than like a bar. So he probably wasn't doing that bad in the beginning, but to him, he's like, oh, these people are going crazy for me right now in this bar. Like this is going bad. But it's like I mean, I don't know. I say this now, but if I ever was successful, I probably wouldn't. But I think like you should
very self-aware of you.
Yeah, you should stay in like the bar shows so you like, ground yourself, but if I get, too successful, like if I'm private jet, I'm not going to do your Riverside bar show.
You're all sorry, I'm too big for you now.
Maybe. I say that now, but I probably won't. But,
I mean, the show we recently did together was pretty fun and humble. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I enjoyed that show.
I had a good time too.
Yeah, and the video looked great.
Right?
I was like, man, I wish my set was a little better, because I love the video.
Did like, what's it called? Did you do new stuff when you were there? When you say you loved your set more? Or?
I did do new stuff.
Oh, okay, that's
cool. And because it was like a small room, so I kind of like just want to try new stuff. Yeah, I feel like I'm more comfortable just trying new stuff at a show. I did like classic stuff up front, and then I did like new ideas. Yeah
win them over.
Yeah, and I feel like it went good. Like they were very into it.
Yeah,
I try when I do something new to not say this is new, because I hate when comics do that. But sometimes it comes out like it bombs so bad, you gotta go, that's new. I just thought of that.
You try to save yourself a little bit. It's more for your ego than their knowledge.
Yeah, they don't even care. Yeah.
I always think about that too. I'm like, damn, I get really insecure sometimes, but I'm like, I know for a fact everyone listened to the next person and they forgot everything I said already. You know what I mean? So I'm like, why do I even think about that?
Yeah.
Is there a thing like that with music, Connor? Like musicians, do they play their best songs up front before they start the new stuff? Like remind the crowd, this is who I am, bitch.
I think every band does it differently. Yeah. Yeah, every band definitely does it differently.
Do you like play music live or are you nervous like to do a new song?
It's been so long, I won't lie. It's been so long since I played a live show. And when I was playing, every song was a new song. So it was like...
so the whole thing is just...
Yeah, it was just I mean, I didn't really ever get nervous, though. Like, for the most part, like, I'd have a little bit of jitters here before the show, but then once I'm there and I'm talking to people...
That's how I feel, too. Nervous right before you go up, and then once I'm up, I'm like, it's gone.
It's game time.
Yeah.
I can't even see the audience anymore once I'm, like, in the zone. Yeah. So.
Oh, see, that's cool about music. Like, you don't have to see the audience. No, but like, if we don't see the audience, it's not good.
I'd rather not see the audience.
Yeah.
I like seeing the audience for the most part.
Yeah, me too. When you get on like a real stage with like stage lighting and you can't see the audience, I don't like it.
Same.
Because I'm used to these bright, rooms that we do open mics in where you make eye contact with every person. I got used to that.
Yeah.
So then when I can't see the audience, I'm like, do they like it? I need to like see their face reacting.
Yeah, you just have to trust in the laughters in the dark.
Yeah, yeah, just commit to the performance, I guess.
I've done the Comedy Store in La Jolla.
Oh, yeah.
And that's one thing I like about that room is even when they turn off the lights, it's still
you can see everybody.
You can, yeah. I enjoy that in there. I'm like, okay, you guys are having fun. Cool. Okay, I can keep on going.
Yeah.
I enjoy that, but same thing. I don't like the stage lights, and then it's like you see two people, and then it fades into the abyss.
Yeah,
like this kind of spooky.
Yeah, I like the La Jolla Store. I like being well lit, but I still want to see people, which is hard to get both.
They do both really well there.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I did the mic there a long time ago. I've never done a show there, and I assume when you do a show, it's better lighting. I think they dimmed the lights a little bit. It was like fully lit when I was there. Okay, so I don't know what their full performance.
I've done one of those Jimmy Shin shows when he did them out there. Yeah, and it's a cool the way they make it look. They turn I went once to see a comedian I really like, and during his set they had that ceiling light on, that like ornate looking church ceiling light,
stained glass thing. Yeah,
and they had that on and dimmed. They don't do that for crappy shows like the one I did. Yeah. But I'm like, one day maybe
they could just do it.
I know. Well, they don't even let you record in there, which is like, and I would have loved to, dude. One set I did, I still couldn't believe it. The one that you went to with Mason, and Mason was like, did you give everyone $5 before you went up? I'm like, I wish. Like, everyone was just so perfectly drunk and having fun, but
you couldn't record.
No, they don't let you.
Sucks. I feel like I've seen people post clips.
I have it in my journal though, because I have the voice recording, and in my journal it says if you're having a bad day, listen to. And I got the the recording on there. Nice. Remind myself that I could do okay sometimes.
Yeah, you need that sometimes.
Your YouTube channel is really fun. It's extensive. Do you like putting the effort into posting on there, or do you find like content creation kind of tiresome?
Yeah,
you do really well though, because I know the shows that I've done with you, like last year I'm thinking of the one we did in Beaumont and stuff, it feels like you always would have your tripod, you'd record yourself, and you're really diligent about that.
I record pretty often, not every time, but I do record pretty often. But I'm just bad at going back and editing it. Unless it's like a really good set, then I'll like be excited about it. I'll edit a clip that night. Right when I get home.
You know it's hot.
Yeah. And I'll get on little kicks where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna post every Wednesday, and then I'll do it for like, a few weeks, and then I don't do it. And then I'll get on a kick again like a month later. So I'm not like, I haven't gotten consistent with it, but I don't know. I'm kind of not sure what I want to do, because I don't know if it's good to like just put out a bunch of stuff, or like wait till I really like it to post something. So I don't know what I want to do.
That's going to be like one of the most subjective takes that you'll have to take on it, you know what I mean? Because it's like people, why aren't you putting up clips, you're so funny, blah blah blah, but then it's like your insecurities end up triumphing their whatever else isn't like convincing you, you know what I mean? I get that. I liked your it seemed like you had some silly videos on there. I watched your Scooter Girl video.
Yeah.
Scooters are tight.
That was like right when lockdown started.
Okay.
Yeah. So
did you take up scootering as a hobby?
I did for a little bit, I guess. But
hell yeah. That's dope.
Oh, thanks. I don't know why I thought you were talking to someone behind.
Who's there? Don't scare me now.
Yeah, not really. It was just a little video I did like on the parking lot behind my apartment, and in like right when lockdown started.
Is that how you were kind of like getting your comedy itch out, like making some fun little videos?
Yeah. I kind of enjoyed it actually, because no one was doing comedy, so I wasn't falling behind.
Yeah,
and it was like sense. I could take a break but not feel like I'm falling behind. Yeah, so I did enjoy it for a while, and then I did go back when like the parking lot mics started back up. So
did you ever do a online
I did, yeah.
How was that?
I got used to it. The first one, I was like, ugh, it's terrible. And then I've done a few other ones. Like, I mainly, I did it because they're like, we'll pay you $50. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, fine.
Do it. But, yeah, I got used to it. There's a show that a comic runs where you're supposed to do new material on Zoom. And so I did that a few times, and then that's how I got comfortable, like, performing on Zoom. Because have you done one?
Never.
It's pretty
I started
bad,
post-COVID, so...
Oh, okay.
I've luckily never had a reason to try anything online.
Yeah.
I hear it was hard what you're saying, I heard it was hard to adjust to.
Yeah, it's weird. It feels weird, especially because a lot of people don't have their camera on. Or they have camera off, muted. And it's like, how do I know if you like it or not? Like, you don't know.
Yeah.
So that's hard, but you have to just ignore it and just keep going. But it's not great. But the new material show is good because you can just practice saying something to people.
Yeah. That's true. Just how you're going to say it, timing, everything like that. Now, you mentioned there's not a lot of mics where you're at?
There are a lot. I just don't go as often anymore. I used to go to mics all the time. Like in my first few years, I would try to go like every night.
Yeah.
But now, I'm lucky to get like booked on bar shows or something. So I'll try to sneak in new material there.
Kind of use it as an open mic or whatever.
Yeah.
That's cool. Do you write a lot?
I don't feel like I do. I try to, but I'm not like on a schedule. I'm not consistent, but I do think I write more than other people.
Okay.
Yeah. But it comes and goes. Like sometimes I'm just not inspired. Like I don't have any ideas.
Yeah.
But right now I've been having ideas. Like I'm in an idea window of time, but I'm sure like in a few weeks I'll be like, I can't think of anything.
It's cyclical. A lot of things in our lives are cyclical. It's hard to keep doing one thing consistently that's like, especially creatively. I'm like, that comes and goes. I feel like everyone struggles with that, whether you're a comedian, writer, musician, freaking dancer or whatever. It's like, I think about dancers all the time, dude, because words are cool. Like sounds are cool, but I'm like, how many different things can you do with your body to get a point across or whatever? You know what I mean?
I used to, like when I was a kid, I was a tap dancer. So I tap danced
That's pretty cool.
Until I was like 13.
If we gave you a pair of tap shoes, you think you could tippity tap right now?
I could.
All right, bring out the tap shoes.
We've come prepared.
Bring out the platform and the tap shoes. Imagine.
I mean, I would be able to, yeah. Do I want to? No, but I would be able to, yeah.
Do you like dancing? Or are you like I like to go to the club and get jiggy with it?
Yeah, I can have fun dancing, but I'm just not like... I'm not like, ooh, I'm a dancer, because tap dancing is different. I really enjoy like the sounds, it's kind of a little bit, it's like musical as well. So it's like two things, I like it.
It's definitely a cool way to dance. Growing up, we had a friend from middle school who was like a tap dancer and an Irish River dancer.
Oh.
And same thing, the way they claw with the clogs and stuff. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's more crazy because they're jumping around and stuff. Tap dancing is way more grounded. Like you don't even have to move your arms that much. You move them a little bit. But
did you pick tap or did your parents pick tap for you?
So I picked it. It was like me and my sisters all went to the dance studio and it was like, okay, you got to pick your thing. Like there's some kids where they're in every class, they're in tap, ballet, jazz, whatever. But my parents were like, you pick one. Yeah, you pick one and then that's your thing. So like I did tap, my sister did ballet, and then I think my other sister did like jazz or something.
Oh, you guys all picked something different. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Do you have a brother too, or?
Yeah, I have 2 brothers, 2 sisters.
Oh, very cool.
I'm the middle.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're a cool middle sibling?
I think so. Yeah.
I would have loved to have a smaller sibling.
Yeah.
Never. My parents.
It's cool because I'm the youngest girl, but then I have 2 younger brothers. So I'm like still an older sibling, but I'm also like a little girl, you know? So it's, I like that I'm both,
If you think about it, do you think it would have been different if you grew up with 2 older brothers and 2 older brothers and younger sisters instead, or?
Oh yeah, that would be way different. Yeah.
In what way do you think it would have been different?
I don't know, because then I'd be the older sister, and that's like a totally different thing. Because I think,
yeah.
Yeah, it's different to be I mean, I guess I'm an older sister to my brothers.
But to a sister, it is different.
Yeah. Because I feel like the oldest girl is like a more, I don't know, like motherly type of character.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not that.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that would be, because it's not really my personality, but is it because I grew up this way or just my natural personality? So I don't know. It would be different. I've never thought about that.
It's always, I always think about, because I grew up, I have one older sister and two older brothers. Oh. And then I always think what my brothers would have been like if my sister was older than them, and like they were more influenced by her versus us all being more influenced by the bros. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But it's always a very interesting thing, because like now with my friends having kids, they're all like, I want my first kid to be a boy because I want my kids to have an older brother. And I'm like, it's not really that cool. Like, it's the same.
Like, I don't really. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I had both. I had older brother, I had older sister. I'm like, they kind of did the same thing, you know. But there's always that concept where like, I want my son to have an older sister. He'll be more sensitive. I'm like, you can also just raise your first son not to be a douchebag. You know, it's kind of complicated.
I mean, I do think guys without sisters are weird.
Really? Mm-hmm. What's your take on that?
Sister?
He does. He does. He has a sister.
Okay, good. I do have a sister.
I can sense it. Yeah.
He's not a weirdo.
I have no take on that, I guess. I don't know.
Like, guys with only brothers are like douche.
They are.
I definitely feel like I'm more sensitive towards women than some guys that I've met, for sure.
I feel like guys that grow up with just brothers are more competitive too. It's like this big bro, like blah, 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 type of thing. Yeah, you grew up with Kennedy. You guys shared a bathroom together. I'm sure you know you're definitely more patient and knowledgeable of the female struggle.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I also grew up with my three like closest cousins were all girls.
But it's hilarious because when you talk to his sister, she complains that his hair was all over the floor.
yeah.
That's funny. Like usually it's the like, no, hair's everywhere.
Yep.
With your luscious locks, dude.
Yeah, it gets everywhere. That's the one downside
of having. Yeah, no, I get it. Do you do, when you wash your hair, do you do throw it on the, do you do that, right?
Yeah.
Do you put
I have
it on
the brush. I have the brush in my in the shower, so it all gets on my brush.
Oh, he takes care of the curly cues.
Nice. Yeah, I put it on the wall.
Yeah, I like to like slap it on there and see what it becomes. Like I just toss it from afar, like a distance toss.
I've definitely done that before. I'm not innocent.
I have a joke right now where I say I'm making a mural out of the hair stuck to my shower tile.
You're collecting it over time. You try to do one tile at a time, see what the collage turns into.
Yeah.
You
it's
zoom
just a
out.
funny concept.
You zoom out and it's Nicolas Cage. Like,
yeah.
I always get really impressed when I see those people doing it with bottle caps. It's like they drink a lot of different colored bottle cap beers and stuff, and they make the
little
mosaics.
Point. Yeah, mosaic. Yeah.
And then when they zoom out, it's Pikachu. That's pretty cool. I wish I was creative like that. I'm not very visually talented.
Oh yeah.
Can't really.
Oh yeah, you said you get distracted when they're doing act
outs. The same thing. Like I can't paint. I can't really do stuff like that.
Oh,
I am interested in comedy sketches, but like we've talked about doing them through Medium podcast, and I've kind of expressed like I don't think I'd want to be in them, and like if I was in them, it would probably be like how Rob Schneider's in an Adam Sandler movie, just like passing by.
Yeah, just a little side character. Yeah.
Because I feel like I get really insecure with like trying to behave in any type of way.
I get insecure like with cameras, like acting with cameras. Yeah. Like I can do, stand up in front of a bunch of people. Like once the camera's there, I'm like, it just feels like looking in a camera, it just feels like a black hole.
How
like
often?
It's like, what's in there?
You're right.
It's scary.
The thing that freaks me out is when I'm doing a show and I could tell the older woman or gentleman, whoever pulls out their phone, I'm like, you guys just have us on Facebook fucking live right now.
Oh,
have you ever experienced that?
I hate when they do that, but I'm also like, who's seeing this right now? Do I need to call them out? It's like I'm working on my Netflix special. I just let them do it, but
I don't care about the material. I'm just like more so now I'm being seen by people who aren't here.
Oh,
like what if they're hating this?
they probably nobody's watching.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
Have you ever done a show with like a crazy heckler?
Yeah. The first one, I think I got heckled one time for not being dirty.
Really?
Yeah, like it was a bar. It was a bar show, and I was talking about pancakes. And then this lady just yells out, and she goes, "When's the last time you sucked a dick and did this?" Like something like she just. And I was like, "What?" Like I don't know. I said something, and then she was like, just kept asking, like, "Well, when's the last time you had sex?" Or whatever. Like just like she was like talk about something else.
She just wants to hear about your sex life. Like,
yeah.
What the hell is this horny old woman doing on the show? She should go find a man or a dude or a woman, whatever the fuck she wants.
And it's crazy because a lot of times I feel like people say like women, they're like, "Oh, female comedians are just talking about sex and dating." And then like the one time I'm, talking about pancakes, they're like, "No, go back to the sex stuff." So, I don't know. That's
definitely not a gripe, but something I've noticed a lot about female comedians, and that's something I really love about your comedy is you don't really talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I'm against it. I don't really think about it very much. It's just not in my mind.
Same.
Like, and
sillier things are going through your mind.
Yeah, and I think dirty comedy is funny. I love it, and I think it's funny, like when people cuss, but it's just not what I'm thinking about.
If we gave you $3.50 right now, would you say the F word on air?
Sure.
I'm just kidding. I thought of the silliest dollar amount. Well, $3.50. I wouldn't want to hear you say the F word. I feel like it would ruin me for you or ruin you for me.
Okay, I won't.
You're someone I've always said, like, I told my nieces and nephews, like that time we did the show, they always want to see my stuff. And I'm like, I can't, but I do have a friend now that I could take you to her shows if she's ever around town. Yeah.
Oh.
You're funny.
Oh, and wait, how old are they?
I have 17 through, which I told her she could go to the Buddy System's doing, there's this place in downtown called Back to the Grind. Mm-hmm. And if you're ever in town on a Thursday night around 7, it is a really cool mic.
Oh, cool.
It's in a basement downstairs.
I have been there.
Oh, yeah. It's a really, really fun spot. And it's at a coffee shop, so my 17-year-old niece, she could go there. Yeah. It's just a matter of catching her on break and stuff. Yeah. So, but it goes 17, and then it jumps down to 15, and then it ranges all the way to 7.
Okay.
Yeah. And I've shown them like little parts and stuff, but then I surprise myself because I'm like, I don't think I cuss here, and I'm showing them a part. I'm like, damn it, I said the F word. I'll exit out as quick as I can. I'm like, I'm so sorry, guys.
I mean, the 17-year-old, I feel like, could watch you.
She could.
Yeah. Kids, I don't know. I guess if they're interested, I don't think of you as like that dirty, but I don't know. Maybe it's the cussing.
It's the cussing for me, and it's really hard for me to break it out. Mm-hmm. So that's a bad habit.
It's good to stay in your natural rhythm, like if that's the way you talk, but then if it's not necessary, you should be able to cut it out so you can do
clean
certain
shows.
Gigs. Yeah.
I agree with you. But do you think you're funny to a group of like 10-year-olds? Do you think you can make 10-year-olds laugh?
I've never done it, but I think I could. I had like a request. There's this website called Gig Salad where you can get...
Interesting.
People can, if they want to book a comedian or like a musician or some kind of entertainer, you list yourself on there and they can request you for a show.
Very cool.
And there was a request that I got that was like, perform at a party for a kindergarten graduation. There will be people from 6 to, 50 in attendance. And I was like, so I'm clean. Like, I'm clean, but I'm not doing comedy for children.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not doing children's subjects.
No, you're not talking about Frozen on stage.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm not a children's act. So is it like... I get that you're saying children are going to be there, but am I there to entertain the children? Because it's a kindergarten graduation, so it's their party. Or is it for the adults? You just want me to be clean because there's kids there. They didn't end up like getting back. They were like, can you send me a video? I don't understand what you're saying. And I'm like, okay.
I'm trying to be as clear as possible.
I sent a video. They didn't get back to me. So I don't know if they ended up even having
They understood what you were saying afterwards, maybe.
Yeah, they're like, oh, yeah, we don't want this.
They're looking for someone they want someone to go up and be like, oh, wouldn't Frozen have been such a crazy movie if she spit out fire instead?
Yeah, or maybe someone that would do like crowd work with a 7-year-old would be funny. I just...
Yo, man, how's it going at school? You getting laid?
Yeah.
The kids all, yeah. Have you ever worn a producer cap?
Like, have I produced a show? I I have.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't enjoy it. It's a lot of stress and pressure.
Do you still do it?
No, I have equipment though, so I've thought about it. I ran a show at a coffee shop like during COVID. It was probably like 2021 or 2022. And it ran for a while. They gave me the second location and then it was like canceled because they wouldn't let me put up posters, so no one would show up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, no one's coming because you won't let me put up posters.
Yeah.
And
that's
then,
true.
Cancel the show because they were paying me some money. And then they were like, well, now we're going to do it. We'll give you % of sales. And I was like, this is a coffee shop. Like, people aren't buying rounds of shots.
Give me another shot of espresso.
Yeah, so I'm going to make like $5. Yeah. So I kind of was like, oh, well, I don't need this. So I canceled it.
Just giggling. I'm like, a round of lattes on me. Like,
yeah. Like, once you have one latte, you can't really go for a second. Like, some people can, but it's like, that's it. Maybe 2 tops in a row. Like, that's a lot of coffee.
Oh yeah, people are just jazz the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like, ha ha.
Yeah, it wasn't the best show because everyone's drinking coffee, so it's not like, you don't really laugh when you're drinking coffee. You're more like, I feel like it makes you more tense. Me at least. Yeah.
That's funny. As much as you can. Yeah. Do you think alcohol is very conducive to a good comedy show?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So did you feel the difference with candy versus alcohol at your dry bar comedy special?
I mean, those people wanted to have a good time, so it was cool, but I feel like people here, if they were just eating candy, they wouldn't be excited about it.
Really? Because they're so used to that liquor enhanced kind of social.
Yeah, and especially California, they're like, I'm not going to eat a bowl of candy.
Yeah.
Like, what? Like, they're ordering like the Brussels sprouts at the comedy club, you know?
Are you a healthy eater? Do you like eating healthy?
I try to just because I want to be healthy, but I mean,
that just means you eat like a normal person, huh?
Yeah, you like a normal person. Yeah,
you're not eating McDonald's every day, and you're not eating salad every day.
Yeah, I don't restrict myself.
But
I like to enjoy my life. Yeah, I want to live my life.
That's what everyone's like. You don't dieting. I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna ever be a bodybuilder. No. Like, do I really care if my abs show? No.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to, be able to walk my dogs okay and move around okay.
Yeah.
Not have back pain.
Yeah, like, and I don't even, like, I try to work out a little bit, but I'm not, like, going crazy. Like, I don't have a regimen. I mean, I look normal, I don't know. I'd like to be healthy, but it just doesn't interest me. Like, working out is boring and, cooking is boring. So it's just hard.
I'll disagree on the second one. I do think cooking is fun sometimes. Okay. When it's like I'm I enjoy if me and my girlfriend are gonna have like a nice little inside date night.
Yeah,
I'll have a little fun.
Yeah, I mean, if I have the time, then I enjoy it. But it's so hard. Like, we're supposed to eat 3 times a day, and I'm supposed to cook all of it, right?
It's too much.
It's too much
to ask of us.
I can't. That takes up so much time out of my day. Just figuring out what to eat. Feeder?
Yeah, or at least just one meal. Let's knock it down to one big meal a day. And I'm good.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not good for you though, unfortunately.
That's a diet lifestyle, people. It's called OMAD, 1 meal a day.
Oh, really?
I'm kind of more like a snack.
You basically intermittent fast for, let's call it like 18 hours of the day. And then you just spend 2.5 hours eating everything you were supposed to eat.
Wow.
And the whole concept is like, oh, your body's going to get rid of what it doesn't need. And it's like, well, yeah, you just ate fucking 5,000 calories in an hour. Your body can't handle that.
Yeah. I feel like that wouldn't be good for me. But yeah, I don't know. I wish I didn't get hungry as often as I do.
I get that. Usually I get hungry and I'm just like, I'm going to get Chipotle.
Yeah, I get Chipotle. I work in an office now, and I'll get Chipotle like on the break because I'm like, I feel like it's not that bad, but
it's not.
Yeah, but it costs money.
Yeah, that part. Yeah,
that sucks. But
then you make it at home and you're not as full. You know what I mean? Yeah. When you take your own Chipotle bowl to work, it's like,
yeah, I love being stuffed. I did that on Monday. I brought like my own like bowl, like rice, like chicken and stuff, and I was like, well, it was good, but
I'm still a little hungry.
Yeah.
That means you're meal prepping good when you're always just a little hungry still.
Yeah, I guess so. But then I get like tired of. I'm like, I'm just supposed to eat this again the rest of the week.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know.
You used to be a lunch lady, no?
Mm-hmm.
Do you miss that?
No.
No?
Dude, the ladies were so mean.
Oh, no.
Yeah. There were one lady was really nice. The other lady was like just an insane person. She was so mean for no reason.
She's just like cursing the food that she's giving to these kids. She's like, fucking little brat, take this.
But she was like a two-sided, like she would be really nice to the teachers and the staff and like the kids, and then she would like go in the kitchen and, like bang stuff and like be mean to us.
Would she hurt you?
Like emotionally.
As long as she wasn't hitting you with pans. I'm like, we need to report this to the school district. I know. Well, these meals are supposed to be served with love, goddammit. And she's just sending it out with hate. Yeah. That's crazy.
Basically. It was a chill job, but you don't make much money because it's not that many hours. Like they paid a lot hourly, like it was more than minimum wage, but it's not a lot of hours. And
you wanted to get that breakfast shift too.
I did work breakfast sometimes, but it's like you gotta wake up pretty early for that. Yeah. So I would fill in for the breakfast lady a lot, and it would be better, but it's like it was just too little money, and I just did it because I was tired of restaurants, and that was like it was a good schedule for comedy. Yeah. But not much money to keep doing comedy. So I went back to restaurants for a little bit, and then I just started in an office like a month ago.
Do you like it?
No,
it's different.
I just did a new joke last night that the difference of working in restaurants and offices is like restaurants make you want to kill other people, but an office makes you want to kill yourself.
I 100% agree. I went from restaurant to office too, and I could not do office.
Dude,
like, I did it for 8 months, and I was like, I can't anymore.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay like for enough to like, I don't know, have the enough experience to say I did it, but like it's so hard. 8 hours
of sitting there.
I don't even think we're meant to do anything for 8 hours but sleep. Like,
I agree.
It's not right. Like, I could do 6, maybe 7, but like the 8th hour, I can't do it. Like, I just can't. Like, I'm really trying to like pretend I'm doing stuff.
You get that feeling, like that anxiety. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's why I like my job is the environment's pretty, like, it changes pretty often. So like every day I'll go to like 1 or 2 different job sites, or I'll be at the office only for a couple hours in the morning, and then I'll peace out and then like go for a drive and check on something. And
oh, that's nice.
So it feels very refreshing. Yeah. But then like right now, most of the time I love it, but like right now every job site that we have is miserable. Oh, really? So it's like I have to pick between the lesser of 2 evils most of the time, and it's like, dang it. Like, can't I just get hit by a car on my way to one of these places, please? Like, the brakes give out something. Oh, like, no. I fell yesterday at work. Oh, yeah? Pretty bad. Yeah, I have I have my thigh is wrapped right now because I have a big old contusion on my muscle. But, they'll do string lines, like really tight little tiny strings to show where the floor is supposed to stop. And I'm stepping up on
those little,
something.
like, orange strings?
Yeah. Okay. I didn't see it. And I'm stepping up onto something and my right foot caught it and I just went down like a pancake. I went down just boom. And I looked over to my right and there was a piece of rebar, like a reinforcement metal, just sticking out like 5 inches from me. I was like, I almost got to go home. It wasn't even like
I almost got to go home.
You would not have gone home. You would have gone straight to the hospital.
I know. I told Chantel, I was like, you would have had a really hurt girlfriend. Like, and it's mostly my fault. I should be paying attention. It's a very dangerous work environment. And I'm there in like my New Balances and a baseball cap, just like la-di-da. Not caring.
Man. That's funny. You're like, I got injured, but like not injured enough.
Yeah. Well, it's like I start thinking of these scenarios because I don't know. I'm kind of crazy, I guess. But I'm like, dude, even I have pens and a pencil in my vest, and I'm like, if I fell perfectly, you? Imagine.
Wait, no, not that bad.
Well, I mean, like 1,000 ways to die. You know what I mean? Like you don't even die from the fall. You die from the pen in your pocket. Just get impaled. I don't know. I'm crazy, I guess.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought of that.
Yeah. I don't think I could work like in a construction site because I would just think about stuff like that all the time. Like I would be scared of it.
Oh, it's
like
scary.
I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna fall and stab myself on my pencil.
I had a guy get impaled last year. Yeah. Yeah,
you were there
through his arm. No, thank God.
Oh,
I got the phone call. I left.
Impaled through his arm.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, impaled. I just immediately imagine it's like through.
Like he's a vampire.
I was like.
Through his heart. Yeah. Or people think of like the medieval would impale the head on a stick, like on the pike. No, it's definitely
okay, so
a scary
he's alive.
Work.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
Luckily, I don't work with my body to where I'm like in danger very frequently. It's most of the time it's just like my fault.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But I don't know. I guess I'm glad I'm safe, I guess, whatever. You know what they say, Jessica? If you're not living life on the edge, you take up too much space. So that's why I like to live like that.
Nice.
By not looking down. Thank you for being here today.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for having me.
You want to tell the people where to find you?
Online.
We'll put your website and we'll put your Instagram.
Yeah, jessicarosas.com.
It'll be at the beginning of the episode.
Hey, Jessica Rosas. Yeah, that's my stuff, my website. You know, oh wait, are we ending?
We don't have to. What's up?
Just a quick thing about my website. I had like a contact form on there where people could contact me. And then this guy, I gave him my card at like one of my shows. And then he kept like, I update my website like pretty regularly, but it's like, who's looking at it? You know, you, but like you're also on Instagram. So you see like, you can see my shows on there. Yeah. Like no one's really looking at the website, just kind of there to be like, to look professional. But this guy's like sending me, you know, contact forms like every week, like, where's your dates? I need to come see you. When are you coming to Thousand Oaks? And they're kind of like rude emails too. Oh. Like he was like, what happened? Did you die?
Whoa.
Did you stop doing comedy? Did you get hit by a car? Is that why you're not updating your website? And I'm like, dude, I don't even want you to come to my show at this
He's kind of like stalking you a little bit at that point.
So I updated the website and then I deleted the contact form.
Yeah.
So he can't be
able to do that.
But, you know, feel free to message me if you want to. As long as you're not.
Hey!
Bleep that out.
We can. You want to?
I don't know. He probably won't see this because
I mean, if you post it on your Instagram, he might find it.
Maybe. I think he followed me recently.
That's pretty crazy, girl. Does that scare you?
No,
that's another thing I think about. I'm like, I post what mics I'm going to and stuff like that pretty regular. And
I've thought about that. Like, you know, we're constantly posting where we are and what time.
Yep.
Like, literally. If someone wanted to find me, like, in a creepy way or, like, come kill me, they could.
Quickly.
Don't. But you can. It's kind of weird when you think about it.
That's very true.
Yeah.
I think about, like, that's literally, I'm like, dude, if someone really hated my guts. Yeah, they could find me at 7:00 at Worth Back to the Grind. You know what I mean? Like, every Thursday. Yeah. Do you have any shows coming up?
I actually don't at the moment. I mean, I'm sure I have something like in a few weeks, but nothing this coming week. You know, but things pop up last minute. You know.
Hey, you're living life on the edge.
Yeah, you know. But follow me. Maybe I'll post a reel this week. Hey, who knows?
She's crazy.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you coming. Like, share, subscribe, and we will catch you guys next time.
Thank you guys.
Bye.